Princess Anne has a sponge brain. She apparently has a brain full of all sorts of random information.
Princess Anne was saying is about stability and continuity. What she was saying, obviously, you have 5-year parliaments, they come and they go, but the royal family.
The Princess Royal weighs in on what kind of monarch his brother King Charles III will be.
The nation was left in disbelief when Princess Anne, renowned for her unwavering dedication to royal duties, made a startling declaration: "This is my final decision." These words, unexpected and resolute, have sparked widespread speculation and concern across the country. For decades, Princess Anne has been a pillar of strength within the royal family, consistently fulfilling her responsibilities with grace and commitment. Her sudden announcement has led many to question the reasons behind such a decisive statement. Was this a personal choice influenced by recent events, or are there deeper factors at play? The timing of this declaration is particularly intriguing, with other senior royals stepping back due to health issues, such as King Charles and Princess Kate undergoing cancer treatments. Princess Anne had increased her workload, undertaking a significant portion of royal engagements. Her commitment was seen as a stabilizing force during a period of uncertainty for the monarchy. The public's reaction has been a mix of shock, sadness, and gratitude. Social media platforms are flooded with tributes, memories, and well wishes, highlighting the deep respect and admiration held for the Princess Royal.
Princess Royal does about 500 events a year.
She's a great charity.
Many are left wondering about the future of the royal family and who will step up to fill the void left by her departure. As we delve deeper into this development, several questions arise. What prompted Princess Anne's decision? Is this truly the end of an era for her? How will this impact the royal family's future? Could there be underlying reasons behind this choice? These are the questions that we will explore in the chapters ahead. A legacy of dedication. Princess Anne has long been admired for her tireless work ethic and her steadfast commitment to royal duties. For years, she has been one of the most active members of the royal family, attending hundreds of public engagements annually. Her work has ranged from championing charities to representing the monarchy on the world stage. She has never shied away from hard work, even when faced with criticism or intense scrutiny. Many have looked up to Princess Anne as a symbol of dedication. Her no-nonsense attitude and ability to stay focused on the job have earned her the title of the hardest working royal by several media outlets.
Charities are more often than not avoiding media. Hard-working Anne.
Yet despite her immense workload, she has never shown signs of slowing down, until now. This sudden announcement marks a stark departure from her usual approach. Those close to the princess describe her as someone who puts duty above everything else. So what could have led her to make such a final decision? Is it possible that health concerns, personal reflections, or even family pressures played a role? Some believe that the increasing responsibilities placed on her shoulders in recent years may have become too much to bear. This decision has left a noticeable gap in the royal family's public presence. While she has always been seen as the reliable backbone of royal events, her departure signals the end of an era. As we move forward, we must consider not only how Princess Anne's legacy will be remembered, but also how her absence will reshape the roles and responsibilities within the royal family. The royal family has always been known for their unity in times of crisis, but Princess Anne's announcement has undoubtedly shaken them. Behind the palace walls, conversations have been intense. According to sources close to the family, King Charles was the first to be informed of Anne's decision. He was said to be deeply moved, understanding that his sister's words carried weight and finality.
Charles. In fact, she shared years ago that she's accepted the role of being second to her brother.
Prince William and Princess Kate, already dealing with their own challenges, have reportedly expressed support for Anne's choice. Despite the weight of the monarchy now shifting more to their shoulders, they understand the need for her to take a step back. Family members recognize that Anne has done more than her fair share for decades and deserves to prioritize her own peace and well-being. The Queen Consort, Camilla, has also spoken about Anne's dedication over the years, describing her as a rock for the family. Her steady presence has been a source of comfort in uncertain times, and her decision to step back is seen as a bittersweet moment. Even Prince Edward and Sophie, who have taken on more public duties recently, are said to be quietly supportive, ready to help fill the gap that Anne's absence will leave. This chapter of Anne's life is more than just a personal change. It is a reminder that even the most dedicated public figures need rest. The royal family's reaction has been one of deep respect, gratitude, and understanding, a testament to the quiet strength and love that has always been at the heart of the monarchy. The public's response. As soon as news of Princess Anne's final decision became public, social media and news outlets buzzed with reactions from around the world. People from all walks of life took to their phones and computers to share their thoughts, memories, and even their worries about what this might mean for the future of the monarchy. Many praised Princess Anne for her tireless dedication. They posted pictures of her countless engagements, her visits to schools, hospitals, and communities, always with a genuine smile and a readiness to listen. Comment sections were filled with heartfelt messages, describing her as an example of quiet strength and resilience. Others, however, were caught off guard and worried about the future of the royal family. Some wondered whether this was a sign of deeper troubles within the monarchy. Could this decision have been influenced by the recent health challenges faced by King Charles and Princess Kate? Or was it a sign that the next generation must now take up more responsibility? On talk shows and in newspaper columns, experts debated the impact of Anne's departure. Was this a wise and personal decision, or did it hint at larger changes that the palace has yet to reveal? Many pointed out that Anne had always been the steady hand guiding the royal family's public work, and her absence would be felt in every community she touched. Through it all, one thing was clear: the public's respect and gratitude for Princess Anne had never been stronger. Her final decision, though sudden, reminded everyone of her decades-long service and the quiet power of a woman who always put duty first. The hidden struggles. Although Princess Anne has always been known for her unwavering commitment, few people know the personal sacrifices she has made over the years. While she smiled for cameras and shook countless hands, there were many challenges behind the scenes that the public rarely saw. Sources close to Anne have shared that she often felt the pressure of expectations. As the daughter of the late Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, there was a sense that she always had to be strong, no matter how tired or overwhelmed she felt. Her schedule was relentless, and she rarely took a break. Even during times of personal stress or family crisis, she was there, representing the crown with grace. Some insiders say that Anne has been quietly dealing with her own health concerns.
She's in hospital.
Oh goodness, another health scare for members of the royal family.
While these issues were never made public, it is believed that the physical and emotional demands of her duties were taking a toll. She never wanted to let anyone down, so she kept going, year after year. Beyond her personal struggles, Anne has also watched the royal family navigate many public storms. From the controversies surrounding Prince Harry and Meghan to the growing pressures on King Charles and Princess Kate, Anne was always there to offer a steady hand. But even the strongest members of a family need a chance to rest. For as long as anyone can remember, Princess Anne's life has been shaped by a sense of duty that goes beyond what most people could imagine. From an early age, she understood the weight of her role in the royal family and the expectations that came with it. Unlike many of her peers, she never seemed to crave the spotlight, but she never shied away from it either. In public, Anne was known for her quick wit and her down-to-earth style. She was often called the no-nonsense royal, and she wore that title proudly. At events, she would engage with people from all walks of life, listening, learning, and showing genuine care. It was never about the cameras or the grand gestures. It was about making sure every person she met felt seen and valued. This deep sense of duty didn't just shape her public life, it shaped her personal life too. Friends say that she was always the first to help when someone needed it. Whether it was her children or her staff, she carried that same level of commitment into everything she did. Yet there comes a point when even the most devoted public servant must step back and reflect. For Princess Anne, this moment seems to have arrived. Her decision isn't just a sign of personal change. It's a reminder to us all that no matter how dedicated we are, it's important to recognize when we need to pause and care for ourselves. The quiet farewell. Unlike the grand ceremonies and formal speeches that often mark a royal departure, Princess Anne's farewell has been a quiet one. True to her character, she did not want any elaborate displays or tearful tributes. Instead, she preferred a simple acknowledgement, one that reflected the humble, steadfast woman she has always been. In her final public appearances before this announcement, there was no hint of the weight she was carrying. She continued to greet everyone warmly and to fulfill every duty with her usual determination. Only those closest to her knew that these events would be the last of their kind. As news of her decision spread, it became clear that Anne's quiet farewell was a statement in itself. It was her way of showing that real strength does not always need loud declarations or applause. Sometimes the most powerful messages are the ones delivered with the softest voice. Across the country, small gatherings and quiet conversations have taken place. Local groups she supported for decades have shared memories of how she brought hope and light to their work. Veterans' charities and children's hospitals have posted pictures of Anne's visits, each one a testament to her kindness and dedication. This quiet farewell has touched many people deeply. It has reminded them that Princess Anne's service was never about grandeur. It was about making a difference in ways that truly mattered. And in this final chapter of her royal work, she has shown once again that even goodbyes can be marked by grace and dignity. Echoes from the past. As the world comes to terms with Princess Anne's decision, many people have been reflecting on her remarkable journey. From the very start, she was a figure of quiet strength and calm resolve. Her early years were spent learning the traditions of royalty, but she always managed to find her own way, never one to simply follow the crowd. Those who have followed her life remember how she balanced her royal duties with her passion for equestrian sports. Competing in the Olympics was no small feat, but it showed everyone that she had the determination to forge her own path, even within the rigid expectations of royalty.
The Olympic Equestrian Centre here at Deodoro. It is day 12 of the Games, and it is the day upon which we decide the team medals in equestrian jumping.
This same determination has guided her through every chapter of her public life. Friends and royal insiders recall how Anne would often talk about her mother, Queen Elizabeth II, as a model of unwavering dedication. Like her mother, Anne knew that the royal family's role was about more than appearances. It was about service. Her final decision to step back feels like a natural echo of that belief, knowing when to step up and when to step down. In the past, other royals have faced similar moments of transition. From Edward VIII's abdication to more recent decisions by Prince Harry and Meghan, the royal family has always had to adapt. But what sets Anne's choice apart is her lifelong commitment to her work. Princess Anne's decision has sparked more than just headlines. It has started conversations in homes, workplaces, and schools across the country. Many people have taken the time to share their thoughts about her service and what her retirement means to them. In community halls and on social media, voices have risen to celebrate her legacy. For some, Anne has always been a symbol of stability. Her calm presence at events big and small was a source of comfort, especially during times when the country faced challenges. People recall how she quietly showed up, offering steady hands and a kind smile. In a world that sometimes feels too fast and loud, she was a reminder that patience and dedication still matter. In letters to newspapers and radio call-in shows, many have shared personal stories of meeting her, how she remembered names, how she asked questions that showed she truly cared. One elderly veteran recalled how Anne spent almost an hour talking with him about his service, never rushing or looking away. Such stories show that beyond the titles and the formality, Anne's true gift was making everyone feel important. Of course, there are questions too. What does this mean for the future of the monarchy? Will other royals step up to fill the gap she leaves behind? People are watching closely, hopeful that the spirit of service she embodied will continue to guide those who remain. In these conversations, it is clear that Anne's legacy will be more than just a chapter in history. It will live on in the hearts of those she touched. A lesson in grace. As the public comes to terms with Princess Anne's decision, one thing stands out: the lesson she has taught us all about what it means to serve with grace. Throughout her life, she never sought the spotlight, yet she always found a way to make a difference in people's lives. Her work was quiet but deeply meaningful, a reminder that true leadership is often measured not in loud speeches, but in small, thoughtful acts. For decades, Anne has shown up for charities, community groups, and those in need. She listened, she learned, and she acted. She didn't need grand gestures or fancy titles to show that she cared. Instead, she let her actions speak for themselves. That's something we can all learn from: how to be steady and reliable, how to give without expecting anything in return. Even as she steps back now, Anne's lesson remains clear. She is showing that there is strength in knowing when to let go, when to pass the torch so others can take up the work. She is teaching us that life has seasons and that it's okay to honor each chapter as it comes to a close. This lesson in grace is something people of all ages can carry with them. It's a quiet but powerful reminder that you don't need to be loud to leave a lasting mark. Sometimes the most important thing you can do is show up, give your best, and know when it's time to rest. While the public continues to absorb the news of Princess Anne's final decision, there's also been much speculation about how her family has responded. In many ways, this is a deeply personal chapter for the royals, as they adjust to the absence of someone who has always been a dependable force. Close friends and family members have spoken about how much Anne's steady presence meant to them. Her children, Peter Phillips and Zara Tindall, have expressed both pride and understanding. They know how much she gave to her role and how important it is for her to step back on her own terms. They've spoken about how she taught them the value of hard work and how to find joy in the simple things. King Charles III, too, has acknowledged the significance of this moment. In a rare personal comment, he said, "Anne has always been the quiet heart of our family. Her dedication has been an example to us all." These words show the respect and affection that even the closest royals feel for Anne's tireless work. But beyond the formal words, there's a quieter reality at play. The family is gathering around her, not just as a princess, but as a sister, mother, and grandmother. They're sharing laughter, stories, and memories of a life spent in service. In these moments, the palace feels a little less like a symbol of tradition and more like a family home. One where Anne's kindness and love will always have a place. The impact on the nation. Princess Anne's decision to step back has had a deep impact on the nation. People from all walks of life, young and old, rich and poor, are feeling the weight of this change. For many, Anne was not just a royal figure, but a reassuring presence in their daily lives. Her steady support of community events and charitable causes created a sense of stability and belonging. Across the country, newspapers and talk shows have been filled with reflections on Anne's decades of service. Headlines have praised her as the hardest-working royal, someone who never shied away from even the smallest task if it meant helping others. In schools, children are learning about her as an example of dedication, while older generations remember her as a constant through years of change. Community groups have been sharing how Anne's involvement helped them grow and thrive. One local leader said, "She never made a fuss, but her visits always brought hope. We knew she was in our corner." Stories like these show just how much of a difference she made, often in ways that didn't make the front pages. The impact of her decision will be felt for years to come. People are already talking about how to carry on the work she started, how to honor her legacy by giving back in their own small ways. It's a quiet but powerful movement, inspired by a princess who always believed that even the smallest acts of kindness can create ripples of change. Reflections from abroad. Princess Anne's decision has not just captured attention in her own country. Around the world, people are talking about the legacy she leaves behind. Foreign newspapers have published glowing tributes to her quiet dedication and her refusal to let fame overshadow her work. In Europe, where royal families are part of their own national stories, there's a sense of respect for Anne's choice. Many see it as a testament to the idea that service is a calling, not a performance. In a time when celebrities often chase the spotlight, Anne's decision to step away with such grace has impressed leaders and everyday people alike. Even in countries without monarchies, there's something about Anne's story that resonates. In America, one news anchor said, "She showed the world what it means to serve without drama." That's something we can all learn from, no matter where we live. These comments speak to a universal truth. People respect humility and consistency, no matter what title you carry. Some experts have also drawn comparisons to historical figures who stepped back from the world stage when they felt their work was done. They see in Anne's decision a reminder that leadership can take many forms, and that sometimes the greatest act of leadership is knowing when to say goodbye. As messages pour in from across the globe, it's clear that Anne's impact is bigger than a single country. Her story is one of quiet strength, a story that speaks to people of all backgrounds and reminds us that grace and service are always worth honoring. Echoes of history. Looking back at the long history of royal figures, Princess Anne's final decision echoes choices made by others who understood that service is not just about duty, it's also about knowing when to let go. Historians have already begun drawing comparisons between Anne and other royals who stepped back with dignity, like Queen Elizabeth II's uncle, Edward VIII, who chose love over the throne, and Prince Philip, who supported his wife with quiet dedication before retiring from public life. But there's something unique about Anne's path. Unlike those who faced scandal or controversy, Anne has never sought the spotlight. Her choice to step away feels different. It's a calm, measured decision, made on her own terms. That's why so many people respect it. It's not about drama or politics. It's about knowing that she has given her best and that it's time for others to continue the work. Historians note that these moments of change have always been turning points for the monarchy. They force everyone to look at what truly matters. The idea that the role of royalty is to serve, not to rule. Anne's decision reminds us of that simple truth. As people read about her final public appearance and listen to her quiet words, they're reminded that history is shaped not just by grand gestures, but also by acts of quiet courage. In this way, Anne's farewell isn't just a footnote in history. It's a new chapter that will be remembered for years to come. Conclusion. As Princess Anne's chapter of royal duties comes to a close, she leaves behind a legacy that will be felt long after she steps away. Her life's work is a quiet testament to the power of showing up, of giving time, listening to others, and offering comfort without expecting anything in return. Anne never chased headlines, but she created a story that will be told for generations. In small towns and crowded cities, people remember her as someone who cared. One charity worker said, "She was always there to help, never too busy to listen." These stories are her real legacy, a network of kindness that stretches across communities even as she returns to private life. This final decision isn't just the end of a chapter, it's a chance for others to step forward. Anne's work has inspired countless people to think about how they, too, can help in their own quiet ways. Her message is clear: you don't need a crown to make a difference. You just need a heart that cares. As we say goodbye to Anne's years of service, we're left with a question. Who will carry on her spirit of kindness and hard work? Will it be her family, her supporters? Or maybe you, the reader, inspired by her example? It's a question that invites us all to find our own ways to serve, to give back, and to make a difference. Anne's journey may be ending, but her lesson lives on, ready to guide us as we write our own stories of quiet strength. So what do you think of Princess Anne's final decision? Does it mark the end of an era or the beginning of a new chapter for the royal family? How do you see her legacy inspiring people today? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your take on how one woman's quiet strength can still shape the future. And if you found this story as fascinating as I did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and let's keep the conversation going.